Welcome to a special free comic book day edition of Black, White, and Red all over.
Free comic book day!
Yep, May 3rd. We've got 5 books we picked out. 2 of them, all ages. 3 of them, not more mature, but like...
A little heavier,
yeah.
we'll say. Both in context, details maybe.
Yeah. The Futures End, the DC one, really dark.
That's dark. That's,
Marvel one, a good primer for the movie if you're not.
Yes, indeed.
If you're not familiar. Nice. But we're going to start off with the stuff for the kids.
For the babies. Love the babies.
I'm going to go with the Kaboom Summer Special first.
Yes.
If your kids are like my kids.
Definitely mine too.
Regular show.
Yes.
Amazing World of Gumball.
Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Yes, Gumball. I mean, even I'm a fan of Gumball.
I
little Adventure Time sprinkled in there. Little sprinkle. But I like the classics. They did a Garfield and Peanuts, which I thought was nice. Way to take it back. But new.
Yeah. So it's one, if you're not familiar with the shows we talked about, they're geared they're a little bit hipper than kids cartoons used to be. Like D&D references, but like real tongue-in-cheek style.
Definitely on the pulse.
Yeah,
feel
just
it.
real solid.
That D&D reference though, I thought was awesome.
Oh, the stolen D20.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was amazing. It was like, oh, $20 there.
Yeah, it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
But like Victor said, the classic throwback stuff was really well done.
Yeah.
It was in the vein of the original stuff that like we grew up with, our parents grew up with.
But modernized, just a touch, just a touch.
Yeah.
I did like the new take on Garfield. It was a little funky, but like it's not Garfield, but I could rock with it as Garfield.
Yeah,
like it worked for me.
Yeah, it almost looked, the art style looked almost painted.
Yeah. Digital paint, fun, but you know, it wasn't Jim, but it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, so real solid. So if you're a parent, definitely pick one of those up for your kids. Next up in the kids section, Rocket, Han Solo, Raccoon.
Now, this is for the parents that want to be the cool ones, the ones that your kids are like, yeah, guess what my dad got me? Guess what my mom picked up? That's what you want, because this is like a primer. August is going to be like owned by the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Rocket Raccoon, I have to say, is probably one of the fan favorites for this one. And this series is amazing. Yeah,
it's just it starts off with a solo adventure with Rocket Raccoon. Basically, he's saving a space princess while at the same time he's being hunted and he owes money. So it's like the super Han Solo.
It's very Han. I loved it. It was funny. In a like almost a grown up kind of funny way, but no like harsh language or anything like that. You love it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, cartoony violence, but definitely because the kids are going to love Rocket Raccoon.
Exactly.
We know that. This is really good. And there was a backup story that was kind of.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was definitely a cute thing.
Yeah,
it was cute.
It was there. It's got Spider-Man.
It's not bad. You know, it's a little. It's off of the show, the Ultimate Spider-Man show. Which, if your kids are into comics and cartoons, they probably know it. They know the characters, White Tiger, Nova, and all those guys. So definitely not a bad thing. I did enjoy the art on that one. It was kind of crisp, but it was a quick story. Though.
Yeah, it was
real
concise.
quick and tongue-in-cheek, funny. We enjoyed it. Yeah, very nice. So,
before we get into to Guardians of the Galaxy and Futures End, we'd like to take a moment to discuss Transformers versus G.I. Joe.
Yes, this IDW treasure piece here was done by Tom Scioli, and if you've seen Tom's work, like you know, like he operates on the peripheral of an LSD trip, like, and it's an awesome thing. But it kind of exists on that small window of nostalgia / I'm losing my mind. And this is rot full of that.
Like somewhere there's a warlock sitting on a giant mushroom giving the thumbs up.
Yes, with a Cheshire cat, like smile, just hanging behind him. No more of the cat, just the smile. Just a smile. But that's
it's good.
Like it's not bad. There are aspects of it that are actually quite clever, like the fact that he has so many different conversations that go on, and it's not crowded or.
And if you're in your 30s and 40s, on the back of the G.I. Joe action figures, they had the
files that would tell you who everybody was.
They had those in there for like, oh, who's this guy with the mask? Oh, that's Snake Eyes.
There you go. Dope.
Just to brace you though.
Yes.
If you go into it thinking I'm picking up the Transformers G.I. Joe because it's going to be like a really cool. Like legitimate Transformers and G.I. Joes fighting against Decepticons and whatnot. It's not.
That's not that.
It's more
subversive, at least to start. 'Cause I think this is going to be a series. So this is like a very intelligent setup to something that should absolutely not make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling it. How did you describe it earlier?
Like, if someone time traveled back to Jack Kirby in his prime doing the Fourth World stuff, and they're like, here's some Transformers and G.I. Joe action figures, here are some comics from the 80s. Make a comic about it.
Make a comic about this now. Go.
It's what it is. It's really good. If you're one of the 7 people like me that's a fan of the old Godland series with that same sort of Jack Kirby Fourth World stuff, you will love it.
You'll eat it.
Yeah,
Yum.
it's really good, but yeah.
General comic book. If this is your first foray into comics, you might want to skip this one.
Yeah.
This is for the big kids. This
Yeah.
one is for the college level comic aficionados that can appreciate the nuances of the ridiculousness that this actually is.
Yeah, it's Revolver versus A Hard Day's Night.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Good call. Good. Yeah, I like that comparison. All right, now moving on to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
For the older folks. Which one do you want to go for
I
first?
don't know. That's a toughie.
I know, right? I'm gonna jump with you on that one. Let's go for the Guardians. Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, is going to be a huge hit movie this summer. It's going to be amazing, and Marvel has smartly produced a piece that's really kind of introducing the whole team to everybody with a new little addition here that's going to be a little funky. We're going to see how this plays out. Should we give that away? I don't know. I mean, it's on the cover, but I don't necessarily want to give it away. I say let's wait.
Yeah,
I say let's wait.
let's hold off.
But we've got a nice intro from Tony, who, if you've read the series, has spent some time with the Guardians for a little bit, and so he's actually recruiting a new member from Earth to kind of, pick up the Earth slack, if you will.
Yeah, maintain that continuity in the team.
Yeah.
And it's real cool because it goes through and it's a story, but at the same time, he's describing all the characters and their backgrounds. So if you're not familiar with them, but you're going into the movie...
Intro.
Yeah, there you go. There's Drax. There's Gamora. There's Rocket. Don't call him Raccoon.
Don't call him Raccoon.
Shoot
Don't
you
even
in the face.
say the word Raccoon. It's a coincidence, coinky dink, but don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
The Anunnaki made him awesome.
Yeah.
They didn't make him a raccoon.
That's right.
That's how it is.
Deal.
But there's also 2 other little things in there.
2 little other things. Again, I think they're seeding some upcoming story beats in there. Kind of an interesting piece with Thanos.
Because there's an upcoming Thanos straight-to-graphic novel by Jim Starlin.
Okay.
So in Jim Starlin, I trust for Thanos.
Right. Because that's his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Thanos' daddy. You can't go wrong with daddy.
Yeah. But it was kind of weird.
It was more emotional than what which is strange to say, because Thanos does his whole shtick because of love, but it was a bit more. It was more emotional. Introspective.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, very much so introspective, which was the point. So I'm very curious as to where that's going to go. Real kind of cute.
Yeah, it was kind of metal. It made me up my orders when the time comes.
I respect that.
The third thing, though,
Spider-Universe thing.
Yeah.
Now, we've gone on record here apologizing to Dan Slott.
Yeah.
He might have just put us back into the really, dude? Like, where are we going with this category? With this whole Spider-Verse thing. I don't know, man. I'm kind of caught off guard. We go like 1602-ish Spider-Man.
That was the 1602 Spider-Man.
Yeah. Although they played it older, like he's advanced in his Peter parkour.
Maybe like 1608.
I like that.
Maybe 1608 Spider-Man.
Maybe you know what it is? 1616. It's got the 616 in it. That's what this
Excellent.
is. That was a reach. My shoulder's out of socket right now, but that's in there, and this could be an interesting thing. We see a return of I don't even know if he's a famous villain.
No, because he's had that one story arc,
and that was really about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a villain makes a return, and we'll see how interesting that goes.
Yeah, because if you've seen the Jet Li movie, The One, similar sort of concept.
Seems like
multiple universes in the Marvel universe, and there's this character that's hunting down the Spider-Men from the different universes. And the more Spider-Men he kills, the powerful he gets.
Right. He likes spiders. In this particular little intro, I feel like I like The One reference, but I'm going to mix in with a little Shakespeare in Love, based on where they were.
Yeah.
Because
that's where I thought it was going on.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take those 2 things together. We're gonna reach from this tree and this tree, and we're gonna put that together as a marriage of ideas and Pepsi. There it is. So That's the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Definitely read it for the Guardians piece.
Yeah.
The other ones, I mean, they're there.
Yeah.
They're there. If you're
Yeah.
already sitting on the toilet and you just got to keep reading, keep reading. Go for it, man.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of Starlin Thanos, pick it up. That's a must.
Do that. Now,
Dark.
yeah, like deadly dark.
Yes.
Like from the jump.
Like not DC.
No,
dark. Like this is,
no. This is I'm a little touched by this one. So we've got the DC's Futures in. Is this like killing the New 52? What is this doing? Because I was caught off guard by this one.
Futures End is the upcoming DC weekly series.
Okay.
It's post-apocalyptic. Something has happened, and the future Batman from Batman Beyond,
Right. Good old Terry.
comes back in time. Normally, that's like sets off
Right.
bells and whistles.
Oh, look.
And you're like, oh, and so he's supposed to stop it, but he doesn't end up.
Where he needs to be at first.
Like
yeah.
what he was supposed to top has already began.
Right.
But that doesn't prepare you for.
This was raw. Like this
Yeah.
is. I mean, you see folks die.
Yeah.
And if
Like-
I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
Batman took a life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just straight up Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne did.
Yeah. Like that. Like
Yeah.
took a life.
It's this nightmare dystopian apocalypse where
And it's not dark side. Like that's the thing
Yeah.
that makes it. When we say apocalypse in DC, we're
Yeah,
not talking
yeah,
dark side.
yeah.
This
It
is a true.
This is like
this is
the
bad.
apocalypse, beast with 7 heads and 7 crowns
Right.
and 7 horns type
Yeah.
apocalypse.
And go.
yeah,
Right.
it's. I liked it.
Yeah, it was solid. I mean, because it establishes the weight of it. I mean, your heavy hitters are gone. Your Wonder Woman gone. Superman gone.
Yeah.
So, the size of this thing is pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested. My interest is peaked. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'm
Like,
looking-
they touched it, and so.
I'm looking forward to it because I think number one ships, in theory, the week after Free Comic Book
Oh
Day.
wow! Okay,
I
what a
think.
good seed then. That's
Yeah.
a nice because it is a 0 issue, so we'll see how exactly people respond to that one. But I think this is like a nice little general covering of the Free Comic Book Day
Yeah.
offerings. There's plenty more. Believe me.
yeah.
There's the gamut.
Yeah,
Like,
we have boxes and boxes
yeah,
and
hadn't even
multiple
touched.
titles in each. Yeah, there's everything to choose from. I mean, there's like kitschy, like dark stuff,
Right.
like Zombie Tramp.
Yes.
Do the math, you know what it's about.
Right. Snakes
There's
on a plane.
like a yeah. There's God, if only. Please, Mr. Jackson.
Would be awesome.
There's Smurfs.
Right. Did I see some Archie in there? I thought I
Yeah,
saw some Archie.
he has Archie, Sonic,
Right.
SpongeBob,
Mega Man.
Mega Man,
classics.
Futurama. There's a giant magazine-sized Street Fighter.
Yes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Udon Studios,
Yeah,
man, come
yeah.
through kicking like
Yeah.
magazine style. Magazine, that's what we're.
It is a
calling out.
magazine.
It's a magazine. I like that. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. Free Comic Book Day is going to be amazing. Hey, where are you going to be at Free Comic Book Day?
I might be at Comic Town on Free Comic Book Day.
Comic Town, Morse Road. You need to get up here. Come get some free books. What's the rules on this one this year?
We're going to be starting out with 2 free books per person.
2 free per person.
But that's like if you, your spouse, and your 3 kids show up. That's 10 books.
Boom.
Go crazy.
Boom.
We're going to have sales and stuff, but it's the main thing is just getting. The thing is, and this may be like weird of me,
Right.
But like that moment where a kid gets his first comic.
That's awesomeness.
Yeah.
That's what Free Comic Book Day is
Yeah.
all about. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. So, yeah.
Okay.
If you got young ones, if you're involved with a community, church, school, something,
Yeah.
come bring some kids over here and
Bring
let them get this experience because it's a good time.
Yeah.
I saw there's a guide for how to use comics to
Yeah.
help your kids to read.
Yeah.
Come on, we're giving it to you.
Yeah.
Instructions right there in book form. So they're even reading about reading. You can't that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
and,
awesome.
and one other thing, if we have any leftovers, which I order enough that we usually do.
Right.
If you work for a school, if you work with a church, if you work with any organization that would use these for educational or easing of a situation that someone might be in, contact us afterwards. Whatever you need, based on what we have, it's yours free.
That's awesome.
Just let us know, and we will make it happen.
There it is. And comics save the world. That's how we do it across the board.
Yep.
Saving the world 1 page at a time. That's how we do it.
Usually 28 pages in an issue.
Well, but every page will save you.
Yes.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Every
lot of
page, that's a
saving.
lot of saving. There's 20 saves per book.
Saving like Billy Graham.
Yes. Can I get a hot tub? I'm sorry.
And I guess with that,
that's it.
we'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Ka-chow.